Hey everybody, watch me open here. Happy Wednesday and welcome to your weekly dose of Marvel card box opening. I have a really special treat for you tonight. Someone has decided to tag me out and they're going to come in and open some boxes with us, and it's going to be some Marvel beginnings. And you guys have seen him floating around. We're trying to get him to crawl out from under the rock that he likes to hide under with all his gems that he's pulled over the years. And yeah, welcome, Keith.
Thanks for having me, Billy. I mean, I think it's your excitement watching you get to bust a box that kind of is infectious, right? Like you kind
Yeah.
of want to be part of that is part of that fun there. So I went out and I chased some boxes, and I was like, this is an all right idea. Let's have some fun.
So how many have you opened of this already?
So I've done Marvel Beginnings since it first came out. I've bought a case or two when it was first going on. This was after we had opened up the shop, so I was able to get a lot of it direct. So I've had it for years and years and years, but it's been a big hole in my collection because there's some of the inserts that are so hard to chase that recently, in the lull in between a couple sets right now where we don't have anything coming out this minute that I'm buying, um, it kind of grabbed my eye again. And so currently right now I just bought about 20, I think it was 20 boxes between series 2 and series 3. I've opened up the series 2, but I have I think about 8 of the series 3 laying around right now that I still haven't opened up. Kind of taking my time.
Okay. Is your base set completed for Series 3?
Yeah, actually, the base is pretty good between two boxes. You get that pretty easy. I have a ton of extra base sets. Like base sets are real solid. And the first insert set, the breakthrough issue ones, the ones that are highlighting specific comic issues, that one's pretty easy to complete too. You throw about two boxes, you should get both of those done.
Oh,
No problem
really?
at all. Yeah, those aren't so hard. Those are not bad at all. Sometimes you got to get a little lucky because they kind of stagger. Like you'll get, one, two, four, and then you need another box that, of course, has three, five, six kind of idea, because it's one box in itself won't give you an entire set. But like I said, the collation was pretty good on this. That it was really, really solid about this.
So I'm gonna zoom in here. I got the checklist pulled up for the uninitiated, which, for the most part, I am the uninitiated. Uh, you've explained to me that Marvel Beginnings, there's series one, two, and three,
Mhm.
and it's basically a continuation of base card sets.
Yes. Yes. So all your base cards, 1 to 180 were in Series 1, 181, 360 in Series 2, and now we're here 361 to 540. It's a large set with character, and each of the base cards is just a character. They kept it very specific to all just characters in Marvel at the time, but they obviously with 541, 40 different ones in there. They went deep.
So do the insert sets carry through? Because I see this one starts at number one.
So the die cut sets were three different ones. There is an Avengers one, an X-Men one, and in this series we're at the villain ones.
Okay. And then I see this micro motion.
The micro motion will be the exact same type of situation. Different characters. I do believe some characters got a little bit of overlap because of who they picked through that, but they're a higher end card. They've got a better texture and look to them. They're very textured.
Yeah.
And those again, each one of the sets would be considered. Each series had its own set inside that.
Okay, and here's that breakthrough issues that you were talking about. Looks like these come one a pack, and in by the time we get to series three, it starts at 91.
Yep. There is 45 in each one of the series, highlighting some of the best issues of Marvel, key stuff, and especially here in the series 3, you're going to get a lot of different issues that were very current at the time.
Right. Well, and I recognize some of these right off the bat. Hulk 181,
hmm
Amazing 129,
But then you'll even get some of the ones that are like near the
Uncanny
end of that list.
266.
You see Punisher Noir, Iron Man Noir, Spider Man Noir.
Yeah.
Those sets were those series were very recent in Marvel's history
Yeah.
at that point in time. And yet, right there at 134 is the one to kick it all off, right? Marvel Comics number one.
Yeah. And we got First Apocalypse up here in X Factor 6.
Mm-hmm. Lots of great first appearances that they picked for a lot of these, and lots of key storylines.
Wow. So I'm looking these Avengers Hollow FX cards, 1 in 72 packs.
Man, these are the chase. This is part one of the. This is the hardest set I think there is to complete. There are 42 holograms in each one of the series. They have a holographic background and then a printed on a character on top of that. Because they were one per 3 boxes and 42 for each one of this series. Your simple math there is going to say that you need 14 times 3 puts you. Yeah, you need a lot to turn. No, 3 times 42. You're in a lot of boxes. You're at over
Yeah.
100 boxes just even to just have normal odds of pulling it.
Okay. So then we got these Ultimate Panel Focus cards, which are also 1 in 3 boxes.
Mm-hmm. These are a series of 30, and they're comic cuts. They are some of the earliest cuts that they had out there of chopping up some of the old comics and embedding them inside cards.
Wow. Yeah, I see we got Amazing 7, Fantastic Four number 4, Journey into Mystery 103.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people for Journey into Mystery is one of the older Marvel books, right?
Yeah, so Journey starts off before issue 83. Those were a lot of one hit books, single stories. At 83, they kind of made it Thor's book, and it was all tales about Thor. And then about, what was it, about 114 ish, it turns into the Mighty Thor.
So, like, I mean, but just to comparatively, 103 is still a low number for that series, right?
Yeah, 103, you're going to be looking at something that's mid 60s,
So it's a 12-cent
1966.
book.
Yep, yep, right there. All of those journeys will definitely be Thor stories.
Okay. And then breakthrough issues autographs. I see a lot of Stan Lee on here. I'm not surprised. We see that guy's name everywhere. But I also see like Chris Claremont, Brian Michael Bendis.
The creators, the original people that did stuff, they have monster names that have signed different cards into this. I have some favorites that aren't even the most expensive on there. There's the New Mutants '98 is signed by Fabian Nicieza, and one of my
Okay.
favorites. And he's a writer I always loved through all my X-Men years, and I'm lucky I already have that one.
And there's dual autos.
Yes, there's dual, and there is, even if you'll notice there, even though it's called dual, look at 126 there. That's a
Wow.
triple. Yeah,
Wow. That's
Bagley,
a fun.
Lanning, and Ponzer. That's names.
And then there's printing plates.
There are plates. Yep, yep.
Are the plates just for the base cards?
Uh, that's the only ones I've seen. I can't swear to you that they would be more than that, but I've definitely pulled base card printing plates.
And then
One of
we've
my
got
one of my
sketch
recent
cards.
ones. Oh yeah, artist sketch cards in this. They're
Those are
going to
one
be
in two boxes, it looks like.
mm-hmm. They're not the fixed thick stock. The only thing that's in this that's like 120, 130 point is the comic cuts. Everything else is a more typical stock on it.
Right. Wow. This is a lot. It seems like a set that has a lot of there's a lot of history to it. And then a lot to chase.
I love some pieces in the set. Like again, the one per pack breakthrough issues I think are fantastic for people who like to collect the comic book next to a card. Like you have 135 options, and like in Marvel 1990, Marvel Universe 1990, there was only what, about 8, 9, 10 of the most valuable comics that were inside that. Those are all repeated here, but you have way more options also here. So you can easily find a $4 comic that goes with a 50-cent card, kind of, and have a little fun shrine at your house.
Man, I'm all hopped up here. It's not watch me talk. It's watch me open. So I think we need to get into this.
Let's do that, Aaron. All this upper deck
Man,
in the.
this is so weird for me. Like to have this hands off experience where,
We
where,
get to.
where I don't have to hunch over and look at what I'm doing. I could just look right and enjoy. It's almost like, watching in POV.
I'm gonna say one secret about this set is, like, if you're chasing those autographed cards, you can never go after an open box. By the way, there's a guaranteed way to feel on the sides if one of those autograph cards are, because they came in a penny sleeve, and you could
Oh, okay.
feel it from the side. So it's one of those things, like, you can't tell a lot of the other stuff. You can tell the comic cuts, you can tell that, but like, trust your boxes that are sealed kind of idea, as opposed to anything else like that. So
That's a great public service announcement. If you're looking to get
yeah,
into this and you're chasing autos, buy sealed boxes.
yeah, definitely on that side of things. And man, we could hit a Stan Lee, that would be killer. Your pack setup is going to be real common like this, and again, 2 to 3 base cards there. That's your Lizard. Then you get the Marvel, the man, I already lost the name of it and all this. The breakthrough issues and all
Breakthrough
this.
issue.
You get the one per pack on that, and then a couple more base. Now, most packs have 2 inserts, and I've seen this quite a bit in the collation of this. That you'll find errors, and then we're going to find another pack shortly after it that will make up for it in the same box. So it's
So we've
really
got
weird.
we've got no parallels, right?
No parallels. Nope. Nope. Again, so like, this is a great example. So again, 2 base cards up top, right? And I mean, just absolutely great art that they recycle from comics.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff there. Breakthrough issue, if everybody's favorite Miles right now and all this. And then we have both an insert from both of these. This is your hot pack that's got the 2 where the last one was missing one kind of idea. But again, so this is the micro motion. And again, I'll try to, you can see that it's a little glossy. This is textured area through all the top area on this. But it's a character card. The micro motions are great for that. And then your villains cards are die cut. So you can see
Okay.
where around the V, it's cut out in that area there. But again, very simple. There's no information on the insert card. The base cards, we can cover that real quickly, where they turn around, and they usually will turn around and try to have like a near first appearance picture, some other background picture, a current focus picture, and then on the back, you're getting some of the little bit of details. It tells you what the first appearance is, the writer, the penciler, the inker, small synopsis, and a picture of that first appearance comic. So
Wow.
far, I've only found a couple that were wrong.
So you got a lot packed into one card, really.
It reminded me at the time, we were doing a lot of stuff with Rittenhouse. So it was a set that really reminded me of Marvel Universe because of how much stuff there was to it. But just really solid stuff across the board. Again, like this, most of the packs were supposed to have 2 inserts. You'd have one of the others or one of the hot hits. But like I said, I see just a ton of packs like this that end up in where, you'll get one pack there that didn't have the double insert, and then you'll move into a pack here who just got,
Damn.
there's
Got a
Thor for you.
micro motion and then a villains.
Yeah, micro motions were a larger series, a little tougher to complete. You wouldn't complete them as much as the other ones, but you would. The villains were fairly easy. We're just like, you should have them in about 3 boxes. Micro motions probably took you about 4. If you were hitting perfect, kind of idea.
So one thing that
But
I did notice looking at the checklist is, unlike a lot of the common insert sets now, there's no short print, super short print.
that's correct. The base set of everything, if you get there, is equal distribution. My piles of extras right now aren't heavily weighted to one card or the other.
Right, but I mean, even the inserts, like, you're just as
Yeah,
likely to get any character as the other.
Modoc. Again, just these the
Nice Iron Patriot.
triple hit packs. And it's fun because villains, all these subsets that were die cut always had an old and then a current look for the
Yeah.
characters.
See, I like that because it's really it's what you look at X-Men Metal,
Mhm.
and that the low series is a more modern of them, and the high series is closer to their first appearance. So it's like they took that concept and they made it into 2 different cards, whereas here, we're getting it all on one card.
There you go. Good Psylocke for the fans of that one out there, right?
Yeah.
Just a fantastic look. Really good for that. And this is another point. You had characters like Living Laser here. You're just not going to see a lot of characters. You're not going to see him getting a
No.
card very often because there weren't a lot of sets that went 540 deep and needed to be different on each one of those base cards. Great gargoyle.
Gargoyle, Black Knight.
White
Or no, that wasn't
Wingfoot.
Black Knight.
Spider Woman.
Nice. I really hope we see her in Secret Invasion TV show.
Ooh, I'm all for that. They can't. They gotta have that, right? Like that's such a key part of the story.
Yeah.
So good for that.
I mean, that's the word is that Emilia Clarke.
Oh,
That's who she's playing is Jessica Drew, aka the Skrull Queen.
did you know she just wrote a comic?
Emilia Clarke wrote a comic.
Uh huh.
I did
I hope.
not know that.
Amelia. Wait, I hope I'm in the right actress. That is
Daenerys.
Daenerys. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. God, sometimes I cross up my names, but yes, she wrote a comic called Mom, Mother of Madness. It's out by
Huh.
Image right now. I like the book. I do. She co-wrote it with Marjorie Bennett. There's Blob.
Future Foundation.
Ultimate Green Goblin. Like this was still when the Ultimate Universe was just wrapped up. Here's your Now and Then Galactus.
Wow.
Stereo. Nightmare.
Nightmare.
And 3D Man.
Man, you're talking about off the wall.
So here's another interesting idea as there's a new people joining, Marvel card collecting, right? The people that think of things as, rookie cards and first appearance kind of cards. This is like that looks like Sabretooth to me on the rough, but it's Ezekiel from Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you're going to have a lot of guys here who this may be their only card. Husk. I love how they use the Age of Apocalypse. Starbrand, Claw.
I'm telling you, I see. I talk to a lot of artists who do sketch cards, and they're grasping at straws, trying to figure out what can I do to keep it fresh and exciting, and make something that people are going to want to pull. And I said, variants, alternate versions of characters.
Yeah.
It's the hot fire, right? It's on everybody's mind with all the multiverse and everything. So even things like Ultimate, Age of Apocalypse, Spider Verse, all those types of things, people are going to go for that, and that way they get to draw a top 10 character, and they also don't feel like, oh, it's the same Spider Man I've done 100 times, or it's the same Wolverine I've done 100
Well, and you're hitting
times.
so heavy right now into how good What If is, right? Like the popularity of that. It's really good for that. Exodus.
Yeah.
One of my favorite X-Men. Ezekiel Stain. Like some of these I don't even know. That was from the Order comic that was in 2008.
So that was Obadiah's son, I'm guessing.
Let's see. Multi-tiered attacks on the Stark contained for Ezekiel Stain. Everything is going as planned. Evil Genius pulls the strings behind the scenes. The Stain Stark blood feud rages anew. Yep. Matt Fraction created him. Human Torch. Punisher. God, I had to use a Steve Dillon art on that. It's amazing.
I read something that the Netflix characters are coming back, and something that Daredevil is going to be in the Echo series.
Ricochet, one of those Spider-Man who formed the Slinger. Silver Sable. Thing. Everybody's favorite Vanos, huh?
So do you have a whole micro motion set?
I do. Yep. The only so far everything we've hit here and all this I will have had a copy of. I'm definitely chasing big hits. I'm chasing the signatures. Right. I'm chasing the different the panels.
Right.
And more than anything, I really would like to complete the holograms. The person who's ever had the patience to really hunt all that down way back then, my hat's off to them. That was That is, I think it's. I really put it up there as one of the top and hardest collections to have completed. But Sasquatch, Darkhawk for everybody.
Oh man.
Steve Rogers. Oh, Kang. There's some timing.
Yeah, I love
There.
Kang. I just got a 92 graded Kang back.
Oh wow, nice. Really solid for that.
I'm quietly trying to put together a whole graded set of 92.
Hmm, that's that's solid. So 92 was 100 masterpiece, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
yeah.
masterpiece.
So 90 cards.
100.
That's oh, it's 100. 90 was I'm thinking probably the next year.
Yep.
Oh, there's my guy, Cable.
Nice.
Sentry, Kazar.
Sentries. So I love the story of Sentry when how they wrote him in.
Mm-hmm. The
So,
creation that everybody should have remembered.
right, right. Most people don't know that about him.
How do you like Anti-Venom? Anti-Venom.
I'm a big fan of Anti-Venom. I don't know if you could see right there.
I did see the toy in the background.
Yeah, there.
Lockjaw. That's a guy
Nice.
who doesn't get enough respect. I think this is Pet Avengers time because the same card has Throg, Lockheed, and I don't know. I can never remember the cat's name. Green Goblin,
Green Goblin.
Leech from the Artie and Leech days.
Yeah.
Shadow
So
King.
in X-Men 3, was that supposed to be Leech?
Are you talking about the more recent stuff?
No, no, no.
No.
X3, the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The character there that was the one that was part of the Cure.
yeah.
Yes, yes. I believe it was Fire Lord, Hawkeye.
That's a nice Hawkeye. I
It's
think
funny
I
when I
have
could
that.
say I was like, that's Dark Reign Hawkeye number
I was
one.
gonna say that's Dark Reign Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's on the cover of that book. Holocaust. Man, I loved Age of Apocalypse. Union Jack, Yellow Jacket.
Is that Girl Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, that is their Rita Damera.
Huh.
So it is specifically Avengers 264. That's kind of the fun because again, you get Yellow Jacket, and you get a name, and you get all that right across the top. I don't know if it's going to focus for me because you know how these autofocus cameras are for you.
Yeah.
But uh oh,
Oh
yeah,
no. We got
oh,
an auto.
we got an auto there. I'm almost 100% sure of it. Like I said, it is really that easy to tell. People love this card. That's J. Scott Campbell's Mary Jane. It was recently on kind of a little bit of a Twitter thing. I'm going to shout out Paul Z here and all this. There's Penance, not
Um,
Speedball, it's Penance.
yeah, I was gonna say. So that that's a messed up story.
Oh, that is a terribly depressing story. Black Panther.
I'll give everybody the short version. Uh, Speedball was in the New Warriors that were there when Nitro blew himself up and killed the people in Stamford. Basically, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand equivalent of Marvel's Civil War. He went into a downward spiral. He got real depressed, and he turned himself into penance. And he wore this suit of armor that had spikes on the inside to punish himself.
It's like an Iron Maiden. Mm-hmm.
Right, and it actually like changed his powers. Right.
Yes, yes. So you could feel from the outside. You see how you see
I
that
see
sleeve
it.
right there. You
I
could
see
feel it
it.
stick out a little bit. It deforms the pack. It becomes very obvious.
Can you try to like hide it and make that the last
Slow
card we
roll it.
see?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're there. We're there. Vision when he was running with the Young Avengers. Wolverine
Wolverine
Noir.
Noir.
Yeah. Banshee. Tier.
Tier,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And then now we're going to have 2 here. So this is the unsigned Fantastic Four.
So is it the same one that we're
Nope,
getting?
nope, nope. We're gonna reveal. So this is the Heroes Reborn Iron Man #1. So that's going to put you in 1998, I believe. And we have an autograph there, and I can recognize it. It's Sean Chen.
Sean Chen.
If you didn't know, so this is a great part. The reason why it's in this sleeve is because it's actually 2 cards. You get the autographed card here with a certificate number from Upper Deck that is unique, that matches the certificate number here.
Wow.
And then in here, we'll also say you received an autographed Marvel Breakthrough comic card by Sean Chen. So you don't even have to have known. Like they're very good about telling you what's what. But then the collectible is keeping them together. Obviously, you want to turn around and have it together like that. I can't tell you 100% if I have Sean Chen or not. So that could be really
That
good.
was going to be my next question.
I have a list. I do have a list. I'll know in a minute, but like I don't know right off. I can't swear. I have a lot of Series 3 autographs because it was the one that I was hunting the hardest. But Blue Blade, an X-Men. Oh. Let's make a different card the very last card here because I just saw something. So Scarlet Witch. Got X-Men #9 as our there. We got Cable. Good omens here for this.
Okay.
I've got a die cut, but behind that, that's a comic panel. We have a double hit box here.
I was just going to ask you if you've gotten, man.
It can happen.
I was just going to ask you if you've gotten a box like that.
It can happen because you've got between the different hits, between the 4 different hits, and some of them are, again, the signed one is 1 per 2 boxes. 2 of them are 2 per 3, are 1 per 3 boxes.
Yeah.
It absolutely can happen, and I've had a couple. Like it seems like it's less often than you think, but it does happen. But for our Mandarin villains, and let's reveal because this is the top panel here, that is definitely
Wow.
Journey into Mystery #103. I have seen some of the best cut panels out of this set where they just focus on characters really well.
Yeah.
That's a very good looking panel. Journey into Mystery 103. Number 31 out of 41 on your serial number there.
Wow. I got to show you the cut that I got from X-Men Metal. Just so that everybody watching can better appreciate how good of a cut that is. So I got a comic cut from the first appearance of Gambit. Uncanny 266.
That's pretty sweet.
This is the panel they gave me.
All right. I'm going to at least give them credit because they focused on the character. It's not a character anybody knows.
Yeah. Would you mind telling us who the character is?
On that one there?
Yeah.
I don't know the character. I know that the story.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know where the story plays.
They don't get credit. They don't get points for focusing on the character when nobody knows who the character is. And you got a panel with 3 characters in it.
How about I match you up on, and I'll bring to this show here real quickly, a panel from Uncanny X-Men #108 from Fleer Ultra X-Men 2018. Okay. You ready?
I hope so. What am I looking at?
I don't want to know. I'm trying to keep your thing PG, but it seems like it's a sandworm's shadow, maybe. I don't know.
You haven't compared it to the issue?
I have not gone and looked at the issue. No, this is actually an extra for me, so I have a better panel for my collection.
Yeah.
But this is an extra. You just brought up, questionable panels, and I was going to contribute to that.
Part of the I know somebody else that they got a panel of a wagon, no text, no character, just a wagon.
That's not fun. Hydra Man, Dazzler. 168. That good old Electra appearance. The Owl. Big Wheel. Can you tell me what Big Wheel is from with all the Marvel knowledge out there and all this? By the way, I'm pretty sure that this has a 0% correct answer from anybody because I don't know it. And
Big
I've collected
wheel.
this set. It certainly looks like a guy inside there with a wheel and arms.
Yeah. Oh man. Amazing Spider-Man. Okay.
It's Jackson Wheel from Amazing Spider-Man number 182.
Yeah, I would have said Avengers, and maybe it was like the Carnival gang that Hawkeye was in.
Thunderbolt Ross before he decided to get all red and angry.
I hope we get Red Hulk in
Oh, actually,
MCU.
is that? I shouldn't say it's necessarily before. He's kind of shaking there. He might be. We'll finish up with Jubilee, an amazing Thanos. I see as the fun when I recognize the card, and that's Ariel Olivetti. That's so good. Gateway for your X-Men fans. Number 30. Ghost Rider. Good looking Ghost Rider. Red Skull. Drax the Destroyer, and Ultimate Spider-Man. This is definitely going to be. This is Peter Parker Ultimate Spider-Man. This has some of the earliest cards of Ultimate Spider-Man in there.
I thought I had a Gateway.
Like a card, a sketch, or
No, a card from X-Men Metal.
oh wow!
I mean,
I
I know I have the base card. I thought I had a parallel.
hmm. I think the only other time I've seen Gateway outside of that would have been
Oh,
the
yep.
Jim Lee set.
I have the grandiose Gateway.
Ooh, stylish.
Oh
I'm
man.
pretty happy with it. That's a pretty solid box.
Yeah, absolutely. You got an auto and a comic cut.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lots of great characters.
And you've got more of these that you're going to open with us soon.
I do. I do.
I mean, we could find a sketch. We could find one of those hollows that you're looking for. I just want to see what they look like. I'm sure you have one, but I want to see it
Mm-hmm.
in the box. I want to will it to be pulled.
We got we got 7 boxes to go. 100%. There's at least one and hopefully 4.
Oh man.
Odds would be that'd be way in my favor, but we'll hit some.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess we should stop there, and everybody can come back next week and see what else Marvel Beginning Series 3 has for us. We got the Iron Man auto and the Journey in the Mystery 103 comic cut, and we got to see what the hardest set to ever put together potentially looks like. Not parallels notwithstanding. I mean, because parallels can make a set really hard, but this set has no parallels.
No.
So
And I think definitely some rarer stuff out there. Premier, Black Diamond, maybe, like depending on how deep you want to make a set. But if you just want to go after like what you would think as your normal insert cards, this got
but
crazy.
Premiere has parallels also. So I mean, just
Oh
from a
yeah,
standpoint
yeah,
of a card set that has no parallels,
yeah.
and this has got to be the hardest one to put together.
It's
And the base set's not numbered. And we use those qualifiers for
yeah.
for for that. That's the category that we're going to put this in for hardest set to put together, and we just
Mhm.
open a box of it. And
Now
if you,
fun. I
and if
pulled
you
up.
come back next week, you'll get to see us open more boxes of it. All right.
So I pulled my list up real quick to finish it and put a little cherry on top here. I did not need the autograph, but I did need the panel. And my panel list is getting very, very close to being complete. That's really good. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
So if anybody wants that auto, you can drop a comment down. It's available.
Hmm?
And yeah, everybody have a good week. And until next time, Keith, what should they go do?
Open some cards.
Have a happy collecting.
Oh, see, I don't know the catchphrase. You got to train me.